taught me how to juggle a lot of things in life. I mean, it really packed our schedule. It really made us show our true colors as a student athlete, whether we were going to step up to the challenge and be able to manage our time, to be able to get our work done on and off the court and still give our all in all that and all other social aspects.
I wouldn't have ever had the relationships that I have with the people on my team without being on the basketball team for the past 4 years, and then just all the memories that we've made, all the road trips, and getting to go somewhere and represent your school is a thing that a lot of students don't get to do. So that was a great opportunity to do that.
To make the time worthwhile, I'd say that playing football is the reason I came here to make it worthwhile.
Cheering has actually helped me to adjust because I was able to come to school a lot earlier than most people, so I had time to get used to the campus and see people that I could get familiar faces, which like Alyssa, she was one of the first familiar faces that I got to see. So it made it a lot easier transitioning into college from high school and being away from home.
My favorite memory is when I took the field way back in my freshman year for the first time. I remember being the nerves and everything, just playing for the first time on the college field, and that we were down 2-1 in the first half and had to come back to win and get a conference win.
One time I accidentally took Coach's Mountain Dew from the cooler, and you're not supposed to do that. When I was a freshman. I think that's where our problem started, actually. Was she knew I took her Mountain Dew, but I didn't own up to it until a few days ago. Sorry, Coach.
I really enjoyed the preseason trips that we did, the different team building.
Oh, like preseason?
Yes.
We did some ropes courses.
And an escape room. Remember when we had to put together a roof?
Yeah.
That was a lot of fake us.
Almost, yeah. We
Learned how
almost
to
drilled a
use-
hole in and we gave it a try.
Learned how to use power
Sorry.
tools.
No training.
These are life skills we're thankful for. Thanks, Coach.
Everyone volunteer with Habitat for Humanity.
So my favorite memory was junior year, playing roles, losing, and then we come back, we don't ball in, and just the look on everybody's face when the cheerleaders are talking trash to them as we walk off. It's just the best, the best one.
I definitely can't say I have just one top favorite memory, but definitely this season, this football season this year, being undefeated for so long, and just the energy that the campus had, it was a lot different from anything we've ever experienced our 4 years here. So I'm just really hoping that these new guys coming in and those returning pick the ball back up and go out strong again next year, because I would love to be able to look back and say, oh yeah, that's my school.
My favorite memory, well, obviously it's probably going to be when we won regular season championship, conference championships, because half of our team had the flu that day and it was senior day, and we still managed to beat Rhodes and win. And overall, probably our whole time in Costa Rica, that was a big part of our team this year, and how we were so connected on the court and off the court was our time spent in Costa Rica. So that was one of my favorite memories, and such a great experience to have with all my teammates, especially the seniors. And then just the time spent together, in hotel rooms, hanging out, played jokes and pranks on the coaches. That's very fun. So
I think it was my sophomore year. BSC, we were playing them, a tight game, we only won by 7. And I strip sacked on about the 10-yard line, and then Reed picked the ball up and ran it in, and I led block for him. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, mine was definitely at Rhodes junior year. It was a last-second game-winning touchdown to Pizza Mat, and that was fun. That was one of the fun, better memories I have.
That's also the game that I got injured, so thanks for letting me know.
Okay, that's it. That's why I laughed.
Thank you. Ultimately, just from a basketball standpoint, I'd like to thank you all for pushing us day in and day out to be better basketball players, getting in the gym, getting up extra shots. But through that, I've definitely learned, I think it's safe to say that we've definitely learned a lot of life lessons from that to continue to push forward
and to work harder each and every day because somebody out there is competing to beat you, somebody's out there competing to take your spot. So, and also thank you all for your dedication, for the late nights, for the part of the game that we don't see, the film sessions, because you all always have us prepared. So just overall, thank you.
Coach Till is one of the most patient men that I've ever met. He is an amazing coach. Running for him and running on this team has taught me more and allowed me to grow more as a person than I ever could running for anybody else or in the classroom alone. He loves this job and he puts so much love into this work and into his athletes, and it's something really special, and you can see that in the team that he's created here.
I just want to say thank y'all. I mean, y'all put in a lot of work for us, a lot more work than I really have to be honest. And it benefits us on the field, but not only on the field, as people. I think I do a great job of developing characters, our character, going forward and something like that.
You guys made some men out of some punk boys, so
yeah, I want to thank them for making it more than just about baseball. They take baseball very seriously, and that's obviously their top priority, and that's their job. But at the end of the day, they care about what we're doing in the classroom, what we're doing outside the baseball field, outside the classroom, and they care a lot about what we do in the future and how we progress with our lives. And that means a lot to a student and an athlete.
Yeah, he definitely stresses grades more than most coaches. He always talks about having that team GPA that we're striving for, and he wants us to be successful off the field. And I love what they do on the baseball field, but the thing that I appreciate most, other than how hard they work, is just kind of how much fun they have with it. I remember just kind of shooting with Coach Page and Scott. Scott always keeps it light and makes all these jokes, kind of makes fun of us, but it's always in the best kind of way. But at the same time, he's keeping that serious tone. Same with Coach Page. Whenever I see him outside the baseball field, he's always trying to have a conversation, just talking about what's going on, and then when we get on the field, it's ready to go get after work.
We love you guys so much. We are gonna miss y'all incredibly. I would say that make sure that the girls that come after you guys are as amazing and tenacious and lively and supportive as y'all are. We definitely need great tennis players, and we definitely have a great team, but we also need just really genuine and amazing girls. So make sure that the team never loses sight of that.
I definitely say thank you guys for the best last season we could have probably asked for. And make sure you guys keep your heads up, keep this great season rolling into next year.
And can I get a, here we go, Millsaps?
Trust the process. It's definitely not easy going to this school for 4 years and keeping up with the schedule that we have to keep up with. But I promise you, if you keep your head down and work hard and do your job, you'll come out with a good experience and some good opportunities for the rest of your future.
So moving forward, you guys have to remember what's most important to you and to your entire team. Remembering back on not only my 4 years at Millsaps, but also the millions of practices and games before then, what I remember most is how I missed jumping on the floor and being with my teammates, cheering everyone on.
I would just say trust each other. Trust is, I think, a huge thing in all sports, especially in our fantastic sport of women's volleyball. Y'all are all here for a reason. Y'all are doing great things. Just keep moving forward. Yeah, definitely. In pursuit of a championship, don't forget about each other. I think that's, if we could leave one thing with y'all, that's the biggest thing.
Just like that. Nah, I love you all, though, real talk.
To my teammates, I'd like to say thanks for supporting me and always wanting to work harder with me every year. I really couldn't have done it without you, and without people supporting you and like wanting to get better, it doesn't make a team as competitive. So I'm really glad to have you on the team and supporting, and now it's your time to shine.
You know, hard work is very valued and important within this program. So, I mean, if you put the work in on the front end, opportunities are going to be given to you, and from there it's just what you do with them. So, I mean, even through days where you might not feel like you need to go into the gym, those are probably the days that you need to be in there the most. And you know, just keep your head down, keep working hard. You guys have a lot of potential, a lot of talent. I mean, the sky's the limit for you guys as long as you just work hard and focus on being disciplined. The relationships that you build, the friendships that you're going to make with your teammates, the relationships you're going to have with your coaches, those are things that carry with you, beyond the lines, beyond being in the court.
If I could leave you with 2 words, those would be work hard. And not necessarily during game day, go hard, play hard, but in everything you do, work hard. So practice by yourself, go hard. In the classroom, studying for tests, go hard. So whatever you do throughout your time, just work hard at it.
Okay, so to my teammates, just continue to grow, never stop learning. Don't be afraid to speak up so that we can get to where we want to be or where y'all want to be in the future. This year was great, but never forget the feeling of last year, only winning 8 games and that trauma. But, coming this year, winning over 22 games, regular season champions, was probably one of the most exciting things to have happened to us. And just continue to love one another, work out those issues, hang out with one another. Don't forget that this is your other family away from home. And stay hard on coach.
I'm going to miss the road trips, just being out at practice with my boys, the locker room, the relationships that I built with my teammates.
The team quality. I grew up with these guys for the last 4 years. I definitely changed as a person, and they kind of influenced the way I acted. I don't think I'd be anywhere near where I am today without my friends, especially the seniors. I didn't even talk to Jimmy for the first month of the school year, and then kind of as it progressed with practice, definitely got a lot closer. We started hanging out after practice, after events, and we just always be with each other. Same with Hayden, Brendan, and all the people that started out on the team. Definitely just helped me form a lot of friendships that I'll cherish the rest of my life. It's become a family.
Also know that the only limit you have within yourself is yourself. If they told you the sky was the limit, it's not true. The sky is just the sky. The only limit you have is yourself.
I learned the power of continuing to fight in the face of adversity and circumstances that might not necessarily be looking your way. It's really powerful when you have a group of women who all decide to fight for something every single game and every single day. So for me, that was why it was worth it to keep playing.
I would say the most it has taught me how to work with different people. Being able to balance different personalities, knowing how to approach different personalities, how to talk to different people, and just, being acquainted with my teammates and learning what works for some might not work for others, and just helping me broaden my view of certain things, whether that's on the court, off the court. So I would say that it has taught me how to work with a wide range of people and their personalities, and I think that has made me stronger as a person.
Well, for me, it was time management. As everyone knows, I stress out about everything. And so through being busy all the time, it just kept me on top of everything, and I think that will translate to success later on in my career. And so that's something I'll definitely take with me as I go. Also, I learned the importance of brotherhood and teammates, or team building, because there are some times with football and out of football that we were just there for each other to have a pick-me-up, to just talk to my brothers about personal issues or game time issues. And there have been a lot of times where we jumped down each other's throat, but it always, grew us closer together at the end.
Yeah, I think one thing you get from playing football and just sports in general is the accountability aspect with your teammates. Not a lot of times can you have an honest conversation with somebody and let them know that they're messing up. And sports is one of those times where it kind of takes the emotion and the personal side of it. And I think, for our lives, being able to have those conversations is something valuable to learn.
We have one last thing to say.
Hashtag save Andy.
Whoa.
Okay.